Well, hello. That was my new fancy intro that I made. I've not made any sound, so you will have to do it in your head. This is Mecke-Production, or as I'm called in the forum, an OB, or Mecke-96, so I have some names. But I know there's when you make a offroad track and you have mud, it's pretty unrealistic when mud is like this. If I will just go into the editor and show you, it's pretty unrealistic that mud just is flat and hard like this, and you can just drive on it like this. It doesn't add so much realism to it. So then you go into a format, how do I make so it sink into the ground, and they say, oh, change it on the tutorial or on the ter.depth file or picture, and you goes like, wait, what? Well, that's lucky you have me, and because I will show you how to do so you make like that. So first of all, you can do this on any type of surface you want. If you want to make it so it goes, oh, well, game crashed. Oh no, it's not. It's working. Okay, so you can make so you can sink into the ground even if you're on the road, and you can get it with almost with a really good precise. When I did it my first time, I was just it will be simple. I will just do F11, go to free cam, and just zoom out like this, and with my head as how I spawn, I just make a picture like this and go in and edit it in make a black and white picture and edit it in Photoshop. Well, I screwed up, and so now I found a way to make it perfect. So make sure, or not make sure, just take your mud texture here, add it so you get like this in your terrain painter, and I will just paint a little line here. I will just go into time of day and stop it so it don't get completely dark, and I will just add maybe a little mud line into this pit here for the wheels here. Like that. Just try my car here, see the width. Oh wait, oh no. Put a handbrake there. Okay, so we have it about here somewhere. It will be something like that. That will be great. Okay, so I add my mud line here. And well, what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go into File, Export Terrain Height Map. I will just remove my old export. Okay, so we go into File, Export Terrain Height Map. Now we have our terrain here, so we just press on your terrain and press Export. And you go like, okay, exported it. Where is it? I didn't put any file location where it should be exported. Well, it's easy to find it. It's just in your documents, BeamNG Drive, and there it is. So this is all the layers we have in here. You see grass, and if I open it up it will look like this. This, all the white is grass, all the black is not. So it is, if I'm just gonna do my track where I drive syncable, I have the perfect line here. And if you look at this, you see it's reversed. It's like a mirrored. You see how this looks? Just gonna put it like that. And then you see how my picture looks. Huh? This was the thing that confused me before, that it is reversed. Also, if I open up my mud, the terrain layer unlined mud, okay, you see, it also reversed. Well, the fuck? But that's the perfect thing with this exporting. You can get your terrain or your mud pits perfect. So what we're gonna do now is that I'm just gonna close it down. And oh, do you know what I didn't do this time? I didn't save it, so I'm just gonna go in and do that. I will be back soon. Now save the track with everything. So first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna go into our levels folder, the tutorial, and copy our file to our standard location in the Steam apps folder, or the common folder in here. So I'm just gonna replace it or merge it. So I'm gonna remove my old third depth file so we can get a clean start. Okay, what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go into Photoshop. It will probably work in GIMP, but me and the Giga Dub had some problem with this, but it was more on the height map when he used GIMP and I used Photoshop, and it worked for me and not for him. So that's why I prefer Photoshop. Well, let's get started. I'm gonna delete my old testings here. I will just go into our terrain layer mud and just drag it into Photoshop. Okay, all the white is the mud. I will duplicate the layer, remove the background that is locked, and I will make a new layer and make it completely white. So we have two layers here. I will drag my completely white layer back, make sure it's completely white, and drag it under our background copy. I make this pretty fast to keep the video short, so you will have to pause or do as you want to get this. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna mark our background copy, or this layer, and we're gonna use our magic wand tool with a tolerance of 20. I'm just gonna see how that looks. Okay, maybe a tolerance of 10. Okay, we use a tolerance of 10. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna mark everyone in here. So we mark one, hold shift, mark the 4 others, or the 3 others, and then we will go here to our layer and mark our layer 1 that we made. And we're just gonna use our paint bucket tool, and we're gonna, if you have it like, if you hold on it, you will get, if you have like the gradient here, you just hold on it and use the paint bucket tool. Then we're gonna go into our layer or color selection here, if you press on this. And you see this is the grayscale line at the end here, and it's only gonna be a grayscale. So if I put it on the just black like this, you'll probably sink into the ground maybe 20 meters or more. So it's for when I made the preview there in the first, I used the depth or the percentage here on 90. So we're gonna use for this sake, I'm just gonna use 85. It's a really deep track, but I'm just gonna use 85 on these three, and I'm just gonna use 95 on this one. So first I'm gonna pick 85, and I'm just gonna paint in each of these like that. Then I'm gonna use 95, press OK, and paint on this one. Now we're gonna use our magic wand tool again, right click, deselect, and now we can hide our background copy layer here. And when you see this, you maybe don't even see that it is any difference. But if I zoom in here with, I zoom with Control, minus or plus on the numpad. So I zoom in, you see it's a little different. So what we're gonna do now, this is a problem I had before, is that I'm gonna do a new picture here, and I'm gonna have it on the same resolution that it was on this layer that or this picture that we are working on, and make it a grayscale 8-bit, and press OK. Okay, now we are cooking. And then I have both pictures here. I will just go back to our one we edit. I will duplicate our layer, that the one we painted and made this with. Duplicate it. Destination in documents here. We're gonna use untitled 1. It's the new one we made. And press OK. So now it's in here. What we're just gonna do now is that we're gonna save it. Save as BeamNG, and we're gonna save it as tutorial, your track name of the track, or not the track name, but the terrain file, the .tar, and mine is tutorial underline 0 is my tar file. Then after that we're gonna put a dot, and we're gonna type tar dot depth like that. We're just gonna save it in our Steam apps common BeamNG Drive levels tutorial folder here, or your track folder, and just save it. So I'm just gonna open it up here, our folder that we just saved it in. Okay, so I hope I spelled it right. Yeah, it looks right. So now we have inputted our terrain depth in our track. So, well, what we're gonna do now is to make sure that we don't have anything in our documents folder. So we go into documents, BeamNG Drive, levels. Oh, I have something called here. This was my update I made. I'm just gonna copy the folder, paste it here. Or this is my save. And okay. And now I will delete it in tutorial, or in the document, this file. Okay, so now when we go in game, it should be perfect. You should be able to drive down in the mud. Why I did this, that I made a new layer and put it in, because I had some big problems. I didn't get it to work actually when I exported it from here. So I just made a new picture and put it in here. Then it worked for me. So that's why that's a really important step to do. before you import it or save it and put it in your track folder. And I hope I named everything right. Just gonna take a more mud vehicle, the off-road here. It's more fitted for this thing. Okay, so you see, this is 85%. You see, you sink into it pretty much, and up on the road again. And you see how it's almost a little too wide, but it's pretty good because you can just make it a little smaller and be perfect. Now we're gonna see here, I will sink in less in this mud than I did on the other one. It's so this works also. Good. You can see here on my rims it just covers the tires. How much does it cover from here? Let's gonna see. Coming to work. So this should cover more of the tires. Yes, a little more. A smudge. But you see, if we put it in black, you will fall right through it. So this is perfect if you make a sand track with the beach sand. You can make it so you sink into it just a little. And this will also, if you make jumps when you land, it will also dampen your fall when you jump. But don't make it too deep, because that will just make it worse. Let's see if I jump into... Oh. Well. So that's how you do it. Hope you liked this tutorial. Subscribe and well, type in the comments things you want to know how to do, and I will try help you with that and make a tutorial for just that part. So well, happy terrain editing. Bye.